We're getting some breaking news coming in that Russian President Vladimir Putin will not go to the G20 Leaders Summit in Bali in Indonesia next week. The Russian embassy in Indonesia has informed the media of this. Now, the Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov will lead the Russian delegation to G20. This is, of course, interesting news coming in. Major Shah, Putin is not to attend the G20 meet that is going to be happening in Indonesia next week.
Absolutely, Aarti. And as Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov will represent Russia over there. In fact, Indonesia, for that matter, has resisted pressure from Western countries and Ukraine to withdraw its invitation to Putin. But yet, hats off to Indonesia still went on. It says, okay, he will not go in because the foreign minister will go in. But the very fact that Russia is going to be participating and Indonesia was under a lot of pressure from Western powers that Russia should not participate in the G20 summit. But Indonesia put its foot down. Indonesia said, no, they will actually call him. And yes, and it is, I think it is only being sensible of Putin here, I would say, a person who has done a lot of insensibilities, who has really done something which he should not have done. But here's something, I think it's very prudent of him not to actually go to Indonesia for the meeting and to send his foreign minister instead.
Right, absolutely. Major Shah, now talking about that point, in fact, the fact that the Ukraine war has stressed Russia's relationship with the West, has stressed Putin's views on the West, sir. Do you think now him not attending G20 will just put more pressure on the way that the West is viewing Russia, already viewing Russia as a country that's not being cooperative when it comes to dialogue?
Very aptly and very, very nicely brought out by you, Aarti. Yes, the Indonesian President Joko Widodo, he was under a lot of pressure as it is because the Western countries were not really happy about Russia participating in it. But he said no. He has also accepted the invitation to President Volodymyr Zelensky to Ukraine. And they are neutral, why should they get involved in pleasing anybody else? And I comment the stand of the President Joko Widodo of Indonesia to actually go ahead. I would draw a parallel to India as well. When Joe Biden had called India's stand shaky for no rhyme or reason at all, India stuck to its grounds. India said no. So President Vladimir, and then President Zelensky also made it stand very clear here. He says, if President Putin comes for the meeting, I will not come for the meeting then. And now that is why President Putin said, okay, fine, Russia will still participate. Very gracious of Indonesia to have extended that invitation. So we'll send a foreign minister. Now, coming back to your question, does it make it stand clear with regard? Yes, it does, because I would say it's very, very sensible, very, very prudent, and very, very flexible of Russia this time. Because Russia, President Putin has been very, very stern and headstrong about what he is going to be doing and for a lot of destruction and havoc, and so has from both sides. And the Western powers have been fueling the fire. President Zelensky also is like dancing like a puppet to the Western powers, to America, to UK, to NATO powers. Yes, but I think it is very, very sensible. And yes, it gives a leeway for the Western powers to think that, yes, Russia is being flexible here.
Okay. All right, Major Shah.